Hiya YouTube and welcome to a video by the Unlucky Lads. This will detail the raid intel skips and black box locations on critical, regular and low for the raid starting on the 26th of August running through to the 1st of September, which is Project Titan Week 301. Thank you so much for all the support you give to our channel each week. We honestly appreciate all of our fans and hope that you'll continue to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, or even donate using the link in our description below. We make these raid intel and black box videos every week for you, and your support really does motivate us to keep making them, which allows you to quickly complete the raids and collect the black boxes as soon as the Project Titan week begins. For critical this week, the modifiers will be Injuries Bleed, Juggler, and Technique Slowdown, which means you need to start by defending the smoky node at Heliport. This will give you access to Baal at the chemical refinery, and after beating the tank Titan, you can move into Sector 2. Gargoyle will require 3 intels at Testing Zone, before you can interrogate the smoker at Forgotten Sanctuary. Now you can head back to Testing Zone to input the password into the node, and also fight Gargoyle there too. For Supercomputer you just need to destroy 4 panels, 3 of which are at Salamander, and the other one is at the checkpoint nearby. You can now fight Quantum at the building in the sea. With both Titans defeated in Sector 2, you can advance into Sector 3. Cerberus involves getting 1 intel at Red Phoenix, before interrogating the breacher at Scandium Mine. Then you can input the password he gives you into the node at the bottom of Lava Duct, and finally defend the node at the top of Lava Duct. Doing all of that will give you access to Cerberus at the top of Lava Shield, where you can complete the raid. And if you're looking for the raid chest this week, there are 2 black boxes in Sector 1, the first at Chemical Refinery and the other at Heliport. Then there'll be 2 more in Sector 2, the first at Salamander and the other at Forgotten Sanctuary, and finally there's 2 in Sector 3, the first at Red Phoenix with the last one being at Lava Duct. So this week, the main summary point for the modifiers that we want to talk about is Technique Slowdown. This is because we believe most players will find it a fairly easy one to overcome, and even if you are wanting to use your technique more often, you can just wear gear or use guns that include the technique increasing perk. That said, it will still recover more slowly, so do be mindful if you like to use your ability often. Now, this week's main critical intel part we want to mention is defending the smoky node at Baal in Sector 1, as this hack and defend can cause some squads a few issues. But with good organisation and knowing the spawn zones of enemies, you can make quick work of this intel, which would certainly be a good thing, considering the rest of this week's raid is a long one. But if you do have any complications, don't hesitate to give us a comment so you can get the rewards for completing the raid. Moving on to regular and low, there are no modifiers and it does just use last week's critical intel and black box locations. So to begin, grab 1 intel at the abandoned site to the west of Golem Island, also known as the Fishing Village. Once you have that, you can input the password into the node at the top of Chemical Pipeline, which will open up Baal at the Chemical Refinery. After you beat the tank Titan, you can head into Sector 2. Gargoyle requires 2 intels at Salamander, then the interrogation of the sniper at Camp Phoenix, and lastly inputting the password he gives you into the node at Testing Zone. And Supercomputer just requires the 4 nodes at Missile Site Ruins to be pressed together. Once you've beaten Gargoyle at Testing Zone, and Supercomputer at the building in the sea, you can move into Sector 3. Cerberus just requires the hack and defend of the node at Scandium Mine. This will unlock the last Titan battle at the top of Lava Shield, where you can complete the raid. And if you're looking for the black boxes this week, there are 2 in Sector 1. The first at Satellite Dish and the other at Chemical Pipeline. Then there'll be 2 boxes in Sector 2, the first at Camp Phoenix and the other at Missile Site Ruins. And finally there's 2 more in Sector 3, the first one at Scandium Mine with the last one being at No Man's Land. Now let's take a quick look at the regular and low recap, which as you can see is just last week's critical raid, but without the modifiers and is slightly less difficult. Do bear in mind that you can still get some awesome rewards playing both of these raids, but only regular will have level 300 drops, because low has a maximum of level 250 for gear and guns. That's all for now. We hope you've enjoyed our intel and black box video enough to leave a like and comment, plus subscribe or donate if you haven't already. Please also continue letting your friends know about our channel, because all of your support drives us to keep making content. So until next time, peace out, the unlucky lads.